Good morning, students. So today, our issue of shares part 3E. First of all, we will recapitulate. That is this part on installments. Whenever issue of shares is done in installments, we have application money received, then transfer to capital, then allotment money made due or transfer to capital, then money received along with calls in advance, its interest, calls in arrear, its interest. Then we have due entry for calls, that is first call, due entry, then receipt of the first call. Over here also, if the sum mentioned, then calls in advance, calls in arrear will be there along with the cash entry. Then you may have second call due and second call receive. You may have third call, fourth call, and accordingly. For everything, two entries. For application, 2 entries. For allotment, 2 entries. And for calls, 2 entries. Then we have forfeiture. The shareholders who have not paid the shares after repeated warning, after repeated request, their shares are to be forfeited. Sometimes the shares which are forfeited, we are reissued. Either we reissue the entire lot of forfeited shares or a part of forfeited shares. Then whatever is the profit we have made in this forfeiture, which we have reissued, is transferred to capital reserve. This much is the chapter. Backbone of the chapter is this. And now the figures we have to put. Today we will be learning about journal entries on calls in arrears interest. That is interest on calls in arrears. So our work today is about interest entry on calls in arrear and calls in advance. So first of all, interest in calls in arrear is interest on calls in arrear is our profit, because some of the shareholders have not paid the money before. They are paying after 2 or 3 months. So for 2 or 3 months, they are paying interest to us, interest to the company. So interest on calls in arrear is the profit of the company. It will be always added with the statement of profit and loss, or if you think about profit and loss account, then it is in the credit of profit and loss account, and it is money we will receive from the members. So bank to sundry members. Let's understand the journal entry. Interest on calls in arrear in the books of the company, it will be sundry members or shareholders account debit to interest on calls in arrear. They are the givers. Interest on calls in arrear is our income, that's why credit. Shareholders, from shareholders we will receive the money. So sundry members account debit to interest on calls in arrear. This is the first journal entry we have made, Shubham. Then we have what? Then we have the next entry, and that is on receipt of interest bank to sundry members. When we receive the money, sundry members are the givers, so they will give the money. So bank account debit to sundry members. Interest on calls in arrear, we have to close interest on calls in arrear to statement of profit and loss, or we have to add in the statement of profit and loss. Similarly, we have interest on calls in advance. So let's see about interest on calls in advance. Interest on calls in advance needs to be paid by the company to the shareholders. So it's a loss or expense of the company. Any expense is always debited. That's why interest on calls in advance account debit to bank. The company is paying to bank. Then if it is outstanding, if the payment is not done, then it is interest on calls in advance account debit to outstanding interest or to sundry members. We will pay later on to the members. Interest on calls in advance. Again, we have to make this one. If it is in advance and we are paying within date, then again sundry members to cash, or outstanding interest account debit to cash or to bank. That entry I have not shown over here. Then interest on calls in advance, to close it, we have to write in the debit of statement of PL because it's an expense. We have to close all expenses in the debit of PL account. So statement of PL to interest, we have to subtract from interest on PL in order to get our correct profit. Let's understand this all by doing a sum. This sum is there. Asset Limited offered for subscription 50,000 preference shares of rupees 10 each at a premium of 20% on 1st April 2017. So on the year beginning date, they have issued the shares. People subscribe for 1 lakh shares, almost double. pro rata allotment is done to 50,000 shares. So pro rata allotment is done. Company allotted the shares. Pro rata allotment is done. To all the shareholders, pro rata allotment is done. Next, company allotted the shares. One of the shareholder who was holding 2,000 shares failed to pay the allotment money, but paid the allotment money along with interest at the time of first and final call. Clear? Money along with interest at the time of first and final call. Another shareholder who applied for 1,000 shares paid the call money along with allotment. Interest due must be paid. Then journalize, prepare the ledger accounts, and also prepare the balance sheet. Okay, this is the sum. And installments are ₹3 on application, 4 on allotment, and 3 on first and final call. As there was a 20% premium, so 4 plus 2 it will become. Let's do the entries. First entry, see the board, you will understand. First entry will be what? Bank account debit. First entry, bank account debit. How much amount? It will be 3 rupees into 1 lakh shares. So 3 lakhs rupees. 3 lakhs. 2 share application. 2 share application. That is also 3 lakhs. So bank account debit to share application 3 lakhs. Second entry is the most important entry. Over here students get problem. Over here what do we have? We have 50,000 shares only to be allotted and 50,000 is adjusted. That is called pro rata allotment of the entire shares. So when we are doing pro rata allotment, we have to make this application credit. We have to debit it the same amount. So share application account debit. Share application account debit. Share application account debit. To share capital. To share capital. How much amount? Share application 3 lakhs. Share capital we are transferring 1.5 lakhs. And the rest of the money to share allotment. Entire money can be used in share allotment because it is almost 6 rupees. 6 into 50, entire money almost. 6 into 50, that means entire money. Entire money is used over here only. Share allotment 1.5 lakhs. See, entire money we have received almost. Let's see, we will understand it whether we have received the entire money or not. We will pass the third entry, that is the due entry for allotment. The due entry, always remember, share allotment. How much will be debited? 6 rupees per share. 2 rupees is the premium. 20% premium on 10 rupees is 2 rupees. So 4 plus 2, 6. 6 into 50,000 is how much? 6 into 50,000, 3 lakhs. We need 3 lakhs. Their allotment is 6 into 50,000, 3 lakhs. 2 share capital and 2 security premium reserve. So 2 share capital is how much? 2 share capital 1.5 lakhs because 4 rupees per share, sorry. For 2 lakhs and 2 security premium 1 lakh. That is 2 rupees into 50,000. This much you all have understand. Now we will do the next entries. Next, the fourth entry we will do now. The fourth entry will be what? The fourth entry will be, we'll rub the board for that. Fourth entry is the money which you receive in allotment. Now this is the most important entry, my dear. Most important entry when you receive the money. Most important entry when we receive the money. After doing this, I rub the board. See, share allotment we have received 1,50,000, but due is 3 lakhs. Now when we receive money, the fourth entry now, when we receive the money, the fourth entry, we will have what? The fourth entry, bank account debit. How much we receive? Bank account debit. Now this is the most important entry, my dear. Bank account debit. Then it will be what? Calls in arrear. Some of the shareholders have not paid the money. To what? To share allotment. To share allotment. And 2 calls in advance. This is the compound entry. This is the compound entry which we have to pass. How this compound entry has come, what will be the figure of this entries? That is the most important part over here. Let's understand how this compound entry has come. First of all, you remember that whatever is debited, that only will be credited. How much we have debited? Allotment we have debited 3 lakhs and we have credited, remember? First entry only we have credited. The first entry which we have credited is what? First entry which we have credited was, first entry we have debited is 3 lakhs and credited 1 lakh 50 before this entry which was. So we have to credit again 1 lakh 50,000. 1 lakh 50,000 credited. Share allotment, sorry, this will be with allotment 1 lakh 50,000 credited. 1 lakh 50,000 credited. What is the sum? Calls in arrear is how much? See, calls in arrear given one shareholder who was holding 2,000 shares, failed to pay the allotment money, but paid the allotment money along with interest at the time of first and final call. He was holding 2,000 shares, that is, he has been allotted 1,000 shares. How we will find out holding and allotted? There is a rough work. Applied, how much? He was, he has applied how much? First of all, you remember that people, when they apply 1 lakh shares, they have been allotted only 50,000 shares. Now over here, holding is given means allotted is given. So if 1 share is allotted, then 1 lakh divided by 50,000. Yeah, 1 lakh divided by 50,000. Now it is given 2,000 shares are allotted. So it will be what? 2,000 shares when allotted. It will be again 1 lakh. 1 lakh divided by 50,000 into 2,000. That means applied will become 4,000 shares. Shareholders have applied 4,000 shares. First part of the call scenario is understood that how many shares have been applied. Because in this sum, we have seen that there is a pro rata allotment. People have given more money. So that is why we require to find out this 4,000 figure. Very, very important, this 4,000 figure. First of all, 4,000 number of shares which has been paid extra by the shareholders. At the time of application, they have given 4,000 into 3 rupees. Let's understand how much we have received from them. Then we will come back to that entry. We have received from them, we have received at the time of application 4,000 into 3. We have received 4,000 into 3 means 12,000 we have received. How much we have used in the application capital? In application capital, only 2,000 shares we have allotted them. So 2,000 into 3, 6,000. So they have paid extra for allotment. They have paid 6,000 already. How much is the due in allotment? We will calculate that now. Due in allotment only. Due in allotment. Due in allotment. We require only for 2,000 shares of 6 rupees each because 4 plus 2, 6. 12,000 we need from them and they have already paid 6,000. So how much is left? That is call in arrear. That they are not paying. That is call in arrear. So call in arrear is how much? 12,000 minus 6,000. That is 6,000 is the call in arrear. This figure is the most important how to calculate it. That's why I've shown over here. But then there is one more method of finding it out. That is also a very simple method. First, you need to find out how much shares they have applied. That is 4,000. That you have to do in both the methods. After getting 4,000, I will change a little bit. So I rub the board now and I will show you when you get 4,000 shares. So money received, money received how much? On 4,000 shares, you have received 3 rupees each. 12,000 already received. Yes. Then money due till allotment. Money due till allotment. Money due till allotment. How much? You see 3 rupees was application and 6 rupees was allotment. 4 rupees plus 2 rupees the premium money. So that means 9 rupees per share. And how many shares we have allotted? We have allotted only 2000 shares. So it is 2000 into 9. That is 18,000 is due from them. And we have received only 12,000. So how much is calls in arrear? 6,000. See, this way also you can find out the calls in arrear. Try to understand again, I recap. Money due till allotment 2000 into 9, that is 18,000 rupees. Money received 4,000 into 3. We have received more number of shares. We have allotted only 2,000 but received the entire number of shares. That's why we found out that how much they have applied. 4,000 to 3, 12,000 they have given us. Some money we have used in the application. You don't have to do all those things. You have to just see till allotment 18,000 due. We have received only how much? We have received only 12,000. So in that case, our calls in arrear is 6,000. 6,000 rupees is our calls in arrear. This 6,000 rupees is the calls in arrear, and that will be in our journal entry. The journal entry for calls in arrear is what? Calls in arrear to share allotment. Calls in arrear to share allotment. That was the simple journal entry. Calls in arrear to share allotment. That is how much I am doing now the simple entries. Then we will do the combined entry. That is the compound entry. Calls in arrear to share allotment. Now there was a calls in advance also in this sum. See written over here. Another shareholder who applied for 1,000 shares paid call money along with allotment. Now he has applied for 1,000 shares. If he has applied for 1,000 shares, then we have to find out how many shares have been allotted to him. Students, we need to find out again how many shares been allotted to him. Again, we will show the same chart. Please see, I am showing now. All about calls in arrear we have understand. Now I will be showing you how to find out. Yeah, how to find out calls in advance there. See, again we will write the same chart as we have done for calls in arrear. Applied, people applied for 1 lakh shares. Allotted all the shares we are writing, okay? Allotted 50,000. Now what is given? It's given over here applied. So we write applied may 1. Under applied 1. Now unitary method 50,000 by 1 lakh. 50,000 by 1 lakh. Then how many applied is given? 1,000 shares. So we write 1,000. Remember unitary method into 1,000. 50,000 by 1 lakh into 1,000. How much will come? 3 zeros, 2 zeros, 2. 500 is coming. That means people have been allotted 500 shares. It is 2:1 ratio. If you will see that way also, it is 500. See 1,50,000. So 2:1 ratio. 2 applied, 1 allotted. So 2 applied is given, 1 is allotted. That is 500 shares. So shareholders have been had been allotted 500 shares. So in 500 shares, they have failed to pay the allotment money. What they have failed? Another shareholder applied for 1,000. They paid the call money. Oh, sorry. They have paid the call money along with allotment. So along with allotment, they have paid the call money. Please see the journal entry when they paid extra. So that is bank account debit, 2 calls in advance. 2 calls in advance. How much is the bank account? 500 into 3 rupees because they have paid the first call money. First call money, you see, it was 3 rupees. So 3 rupees they have paid extra on how many shares? On 500 shares. So 3 into 500, 1,500 rupees they have given in calls in advance. So our calls in advance is 1,500 rupees. And how much then they have paid for allotment money? They have paid entire in allotment money they have paid. In allotment money they have paid means after deducting the calls in arrear, the allotment money which they have paid is bank account debit. It was due 1,50,000. Remember, 6,000 they are not paying. So how much they have paid? 1,44,000 they have paid. 2 calls to share allotment. To share allotment. Bank account debit to share allotment 1,44,000. Now we will make a compound entry of these 3 entries. These 3 simple entries, we will make the compound entry. What it will become? Bank account debit twice the bank is. Bank account debit 1,45,500. 2 share allotment 1,50,000, 144 plus 6. And calls in arrear debit 6,000 and calls in advance credit 1,500. Let's see this entry in our sum, the solution of this.
Sir, I was asking how we will know that we have to pass the compound entry or we have to pass single
Pass the
entry.
compound entry all the time. This I am just showing for your simplicity to understand how we are getting this. But we have to pass the compound entry. Again and again I am saying, we need to pass only the compound entry.
Okay,
Yes,
sir.
let's see the compound entry. See the first entry I have already passed, shown bank to share application. Then second entry it was share application, capital, then share allotment may transfer. Third entry was the due entry. The due entry was for the allotment due 3 lakhs, 2 lakhs for capital and premium 1 lakh. Always remember CP, capital and premium comes together. This capital and premium is never with bank, but calls in arrear and calls in advance is always with bank entry. BC. B for bank, C for calls. See, bank account debit, that's the balancing figure I have written over here. You will get a balancing figure. You will get the same figure, 144 plus 1,500. That is 1,45,500. Calls in arrear we have done already in the working 6,000. 2 share allotment, that much debit already we have done 3 lakhs. 1,50,000 we have already credited. And now again we need to credit 1,50,000 plus 1,50,000 is 3 lakhs. So 1,50,000 we credited. And then we have what? Then we have calls in advance, that is 1,500. You can just do this much and get the bank figure as a balancing. We are making now the first call entry due entry. Bank due entry is the most important entry and very easy entry. Due entry, first call to share capital 1,50,000. Why 1,50,000 here? Because 3 rupees per share and it is 50,000 shares. Next is what we have next. Next we have what? Next we have. Next we have. One sec. Next we have what? Next we have. Next we have the. This is the working is shown over here, which I have just shown on the board first. And then we have what? Calls in advance also we have done. Next we have the money which is interest entry we are making now. Interest for calls in arrear. We have to show the interest entry how it is coming. Let's see how the interest is being calculated. Our calls in arrear is 6,000 and see the date October 1st. We are going to receive our first call money. And our before that entry was what? Before that, the date of the sum was 1st July to 1st October. That means how many months? 1st July to 1st October. It is 1st July to 1st October. That is July, August, September. 3 months. 6,000 rupees into 3 months into rate of interest is not given. So you have to remember table F. Calls in arrear interest is 10% per annum. So 10 by 100. When we calculate this, how much will come? 600 divided by 4, 150 rupees. That is the interest entry. 3 entries for interest. First, you make the due entry, shareholder account debit to interest on calls in arrear. That is the due entry. Then we receive bank to interest, bank to shareholders, and then we close the interest on calls in arrear to statement of PL. So see, interest on calls in arrear to statement of PL. That is the whole entry. All about interest entry in calls in arrear. Only these 3 entries are there in interest entry. Now we will see the interest for calls in advance. Calls in advance we have received which date? We have received calls in advance on July 1st. So when we have received calls in advance for July 1st, we have seen what? Yes, I am repeating this one, interest entry, how to calculate interest. 6,000 rupees was calls in arrear into 3 by 12. Why 3 by 12? Because July month, August month and September month, because you are receiving the interest on 1st October along with your first call money, you are receiving the interest. So 3 months interest. So that is why 3 by 12. Rate of interest, you have to remember, you have to learn it. That is 10% per annum. So 10 by 100. We calculated it, we got 150. Journal entries are very simple. Shareholder to interest. Shareholder to interest, because interest is your income. So shareholders to interest. Shareholders to interest is the first entry. Then we receive the money, bank to shareholder, and then we close the interest account. And that is what? That is interest on calls in arrear to statement of PL. Similarly, now we will calculate how to get interest on calls in advance. Calls in advance was 1500, remember? So 1500, that also again for 3 months, because you have received the calls in advance in the month of July. So July, August, September, that is for the month of October 1st, you should have received the money. The calls in advance is for 3 months. So it is 1500, the calls in advance money, into 3 months, 3 by 12, into how much interest? 12%, remember it. It is always 12%. So it will be what? 3 into 15, 45 rupees is the calls in advance. Journal entry, interest on calls in advance account debit to shareholder, because it's the loss, that's why debit. Then shareholders are going to pay the money. We can write shareholders to bank. Then we have to close the interest on calls in advance, and that is statement of profit and loss to interest on calls in advance, all 45 rupees. And then the last entry. For last entry, what is there? We are receiving the call money. Another call money along with allotment, interest due must be paid. Now we are going to receive the first and final call money. So to receive the final and final call money, first of all, I will show you the simple entries, and then we will be doing the compound entry. First of all, see the simple entry, students. So first entry is bank account debit. Bank account debit. How much you are receiving? You are receiving 6,000 of calls in arrear, remember? So 2 calls in arrear. That calls in arrear which you have debited is now getting cancelled also. So it will not come in balance sheet. 6,000 you are receiving. Calls in advance you will not receive anymore, because already the money you have received. So how much you have received? 1,500. That will also not come in balance sheet anymore. We are cancelling calls in advance. It was credited before. Now we are debiting. Achha, I will be showing you first simple entries. The first entry is bank account debit to calls in arrear, 6,000. Next entry. Next entry will be what? Again bank account debit to first and final call. First and final call. How much you will receive? You will receive 1,500 less, because that you have already received. That is 1,48,500 you will be receiving. So it is 1,48,500 now. 1,48,500 you will be receiving. And the last entry, that calls in advance, is getting cancelled. Calls in advance 1,500 to first and final call. First and final call. 1,500. So my first entry was bank to calls in arrear. Bank to calls in arrear was my first entry. That was 6,000 rupees received. If I will make the compound entry, first understand 6,000 and 1,48,500 means 1,54,500. See the compound entry over here. It is 1,54,500. 48 plus 6, 1,54,500. Calls in advance 1,500. See over there also 1,500. There first and final call. First and final call 1,48,500. And again 1,500 means 1,50,000. And calls in arrear is cancelled at 6,000, so it is calls in arrear 6,000. You have to only pass this entry, not the simple entries. Only the compound entry you need to pass. So this much was our journal. We will quickly do the ledger. We have opened the bank account. All the ledger posting we have done over here to see. First entry, bank to share application 3 lakhs. Then second entry, we received only 1,44,000. 6,000 was calls in arrear. So see the first entry 3 lakhs. Then bank to share allotment 1,44,000. Then we received in calls in advance extra money we received. That is bank to calls in advance. Then shareholder has paid us the interest on calls in arrear. So bank to shareholder that is bank account debit to shareholder when they have paid the calls in arrear money. Then shareholder, then we receive the final call money 1,48,500 because 1,500 already we received in calls in advance. So we are receiving share first and final call 148,500. Then calls in arrear also we are receiving at the time of first call 6,000 rupees, and we are making a payment of shareholder to the shareholder regarding the calls in interest on calls in advance. So by shareholder to bank 45. Then we did the balancing figure. It is coming 6,105. That will be used at the time of preparation of balance sheet. Similarly, we prepare the share capital account. All the capital account which we have done in the journal. It was share application to share capital 1,50,000. Then share allotment to share capital 2 lakhs. 4 rupees into 50,000. Then again share first and final call to this one share capital again 1,50,000. So we have what? This much we have 1,50,000 over here. So we have total is 5 lakhs. We have to prepare one more ledger, that is security premium reserves ledger. We have made a share. The journal entry was share allotment account debit to security premium reserve. That is this much. Share allotment account debit to security premium reserve 1 lakh. We have not received anything as such. So we have to record one more entry over here, dear. Security premium reserve we have recorded. Money whatever we have received, that we have received in allotment. So security premium reserve, after doing the security premium reserve of 1 lakh, which will remain in the balance sheet, it will go in the balance sheet as 1 lakh. Then statement of PL, we have added 150 because that was the interest we are going to receive, and we have subtracted 45 as a debit amount. 105 is there in statement of profit and loss. Now we will be showing how to prepare the balance sheet, the last part. Balance sheet 1, you can see this one is the final figures. Figure 1, 2, 3, notes 1, 2, 3. That is more important. Notes. Let's see our first note. It is same, instead of equity it will be preference share. This will be preference shares only because this was preference share sum.
Sir, this format we have to learn.
This one you have to mug up.
Issued capital.
You have to write authorized capital. Then preference shares is not given anything in the sum, so you have written dot 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 or dot dot each. Nothing you have written in the amount column. Issued 5,000. It was 50,000 shares. Issued 50,000 equity shares. 50,000 of rupees 10 each. Remember 5 lakhs. Subscribed and fully paid up. There was no partly paid up over here. Everybody has paid within time, within March. So it was 50,000 into 10 each. 50,000 into 10 each. That is 5 lakhs. There is nothing else because all calls in arrear is got adjusted. We have not have to write anything. Calls in advance has got adjusted. Nothing to write. So it's 5 lakhs regarding capital. Then the next figure is our security premium. This is very important. It is 50,000 into 2. 50,000 into 2 is nothing but your 1 lakh rupees. That was your security premium reserve. Statement of profit and loss, remember, we prepared 150 minus 45, 105. That will also come over here only under reserves and surplus. So it is 1 lakh 5 rupees. 1 lakh 105. And cash and bank balance we have received. We have seen it was 6 lakh something. It was 6 lakhs. We have got the balancing figure in our cash book, which we have prepared, our cash book, bank column 105 it was. 6 lakhs 105. So this is our figure, 6 lakhs 105, 1 lakh 105 and 5 lakhs. These three figures we are writing along with the note in our balance sheet. See, in the share capital we have written the first note 5 lakhs. Reserves and surplus, second note 1 lakh 105, total is 6 lakh 5. Debit, your liability is 6 lakhs 105. And then your assets, current assets, under current assets, cash and bank balance, that is 6 lakhs 105. Total is 6 lakhs 105. Debit is equal to total. Debit total is equal to credit total. So this is our sum, and hope you have understand. And now the homework. This is your homework sum. This is also more or less similar. It is equity shares, 75,000 shares, and of 10 each, 20% premium, 1 lakh shares. Pro rata allotment is done to 75,000 shares. One of the shareholder who was holding 2,700 shares failed to pay the allotment money. but paid the allotment money along with interest at the time of first and final call. Another shareholder who has been applied, this will be not 1,000, I suppose. How much it will be? It should be who has applied for one third, who has applied for one third. Achha, it is 1,000 only. Who has applied for 1,000 shares, paid the call money along with allotment. Interest due on call in advance must be paid. Journalize and prepare the necessary ledger accounts and also prepare the balance sheet as on this date. Your amounts are 432. Remember, with allotment you have to add +2, and there is a second call also in this sum, 1 rupee. But you are all receiving everything at the time of first call only. Okay, 1,000 shares, paid the call money along with allotment. Which call money? First call money. This will be. He has paid the first call money along with allotment. First call money. First call money he has paid along with allotment. Okay. Now, this much only. Nothing else to say as such. Hope you all have understand. Hope you all have understand. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So please ask everybody to take the classes seriously. We will be taking every day the class at this time only. Okay.
So what will be the next chapter we will continue with?
Yes, dear.
I was saying
Achha,
that
this
what
one you
will
make
be the
there.
next chapter we will continue with?
This one you make applied 1,000 shares. No? Applied 1,000 shares. हाँ ठीक ही. Say what are you asking, Hers?
I was asking that what next chapter we will continue.
Next we will do this goodwill. Once I'll complete this, then only I'll do goodwill. Okay. Thank you, students. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Yeah.
sir.
I'm coming back. One sec.